Oh, we're going about the same speed. Look at this. Let's see how easy it is to follow a car like this. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Check it out. Remember this guy? This is the Night Fury, built by Justin from UAVpal.com. Go ahead and check that out. I'll have the links in the description for all the parts you need to build this guy. But if you remember the Night Fury, I did some flights checking out the fires. We've had some wildfires here on Maui, some crazy wildfires. They're all done, but I wanted to fly this over the 4G. This has the Chuck flight controller in it, remember? It's a transplant. And we're just gonna check out the aftermath of all of these burnt fields. I think it's got to be upwards of like 15,000 acres or so burnt altogether. The 4G signal isn't really good here right in the park, so I have my truck parked right up there. So I'm going to throw this up in the air and we're going to be in just Wi-Fi connection. It's normal connection. And then I'm going to walk up to the truck and we're going to switch it into the 4G connection while it kind of loiters, and then go ahead and just fly out as far as we can. Let's go ahead and throw this thing up in the air and see what we can do. Do have some wind blowing from this direction, maybe about 5 to 10 right now. So I guess I'm gonna have to come in and land probably this way. If you guys remember, I did crash this thing into the fence right over there actually on that night I was trying to do that live flight, checking out those wildfires. If you guys haven't seen that, go ahead and check out the playlist. I'll have it down in the description. And I'll also have the playlist for this guy pop up here, so you guys can check out all those videos. Need to give it a really good toss. There it goes. Whew. Going up into the wind. It looks all right. Okay, I'm gonna head up to the truck now. I do want to point the controller, it looks like, at the craft, because I'm already getting some choppy signal from the Wi-Fi. Hope all this works out. Let's get in here, start the AC. I'm just kind of right above my launch point. All right. Okay, so my phone's hotspot is on for tethering. And now, guys, I want to press the option button twice on the controller. Boom, boom. What that will do is it'll make the plane go into attach onto the 4G signal. So we're kind of flying blind here for a second until this connects to the 4G. So I really hope that it doesn't start to land. Maybe I should have gone out a little bit further. Well, we'll see how this works. We'll try to pull it up really quick if it kind of starts to land. Okay, I'm seeing my footage right there started to go down. See that? So I'm going to pull it back up. Okay, we're on 4G now, guys. Awesome. So I'm going to pull it back up. Yeah, it was starting to come down for a loiter. And now we're strictly flying over 4G. This is awesome. Okay. Let's circle back. And this thing can fly, remember, for like 3 hours. I'm at 96%, doing all that stuff I just did, but this can fly for quite some time. So we're going to be flying over houses just a little bit here. And what we'll do is we'll go this way. I think the coverage is kind of bad right in this spot. And I'll show you where this latest fire kind of started. You see that right there in front of the plane next to the highway. Right there. Tilt the camera up a little bit. Right in the center of the camera. That's where this latest fire started, guys. It was a tractor that was actually clearing a fire break because of the last fire. And the tractor broke an axle and it started this major fire here. Yeah, this is kind of a bad spot for I think where the plane's at right now. So we're gonna get a little bit of breakup. I want to make sure my screen is recording here. Good. And awesome. So what I was saying was I think it was one of those plows that drags those blades, and one of the axles broke. It sparked and it made this recent fire right here, and you can see how this all burned here. And we're just going to follow this burn down towards Kihei in this flight. So here we are, we're connected on 4G. I can see the blue light on the controller. This is awesome, guys. If you want to do this to your Parrot Disco or get a Chuck transplant plane, this can go in a lot of planes. This is right now in the 525 glider, like I was saying, but it can go in multiple planes. Go ahead and check out uavpal.com. I'll have the link in the description. And Justin, the guy that is in that thread, it's the Slack thread of UAVPal's Disco 4G. Justin built this for me. Of course, thanks to all the guys at uavpal.com for developing this mod. Mark is the main guy, Soft Ice. He kind of got everything going for this. But check it out. Okay, so you can see down to the right, down there, I'm going to turn to the right a little bit. Yeah, a little bit of chop. Yeah, probably got a little bit of a bad 4G signal where the plane's at. That's okay, I can still see what's going on. So have there you go, 1080p video up too, so you guys can see this. So you see the limits of this latest fire. We're down towards the right of that reservoir there. And then it just kind of went blasted this way, because the wind always blows this way here on Maui. 99% of the time. Sometimes it comes from the southwest side, but very, very rarely. So all this is scorched, dilapidated cane fields. This is pretty cool. I'm flying in the comfort of my AC in my truck. And you can see where it kind of jumped over. Let's see, this spot is burnt too. Wow. Looks like some embers jumped over, or is that maybe just the clouds? I think that's clouds. That's the shade from some clouds, I think, guys. I don't think it went. Or maybe it did. Looks like there's a corner of it there. We want to continue kind of going this way. So I'll be altering from, my iPad video, how it looks, to the actual 1080 of the craft. Man, this is way better than flying down there in the park where it's super hot today and in the sun. I can be in the comfort of my my Forerunner. This is great. Anyways, we want to kind of stay, below 400. So I'm going to head down a bit just so we don't get any in the way of any aircraft. It's really hard to tell what your elevation is, so I'm just going to go by the way it kind of looks, how far away I am from the ground, because as you can see my elevation there on the bottom left, I'll have the iPad screen coming up with the telemetry. As you can see, guys, we're only 15 feet height. And that is recorded from our launch position though, and the hill does slope down pretty radically here. And then all you're seeing is on the left, you see that little flashing thing on the iPad screen as well. That's just if you are flying this thing with a stock control and you need to point the controller antenna at it. It's just telling you which way to turn your controller, because the controller has a compass in it and a GPS and stuff. So I just turned my controller to the left and you see it pointing at the craft and it went away. But for the 4G mod, that doesn't really matter. It's just kind of irritating to have that there flashing all the time. Because with the 4G, remember, we're just using the cell towers. There's no connection directly between the antenna of the controller and the craft until we were to switch back into regular mode. Wow, so look at this. So they did some work here on kind of making these fire break roads. See that? They plowed all that stuff. There we go. Right in front of the plane here is right the center of the fire break where it stopped. and where it didn't pass to the left. Getting a little bit of 4G droppage here. Let's try to tilt back. There we go. And that's the nature of the beast, guys. Again, I always mention you are flying over a cell network, so there might be congestion, there might be an issue with your data, you know, maybe they're tiering your data. I should have high speed on both ends, and I should have fresh 6 or so gigs on this SIM card in the Night Fury, and I should have unlimited on my phone side, and at least 6 to 8 tethering, and that's kind of everything you need. We go down a little bit more, so we're not too high. It looks like we might be around 400 feet. So we're down. You can see that we're in the negatives, right? Let's pitch the camera down. And the latency, as long as you have good 4G coverage, guys, look at this. The latency is very similar to the Wi-Fi regular control. So we're kind of going with the wind. And so this is all burnage. You can see where the black ends there. That's the vicinity of where all this burnt. 2 fires. This is the recent one. I want to say it happened a week or 2 ago. And then we had one that was started. I'll turn to the right and show you where that one started. Turning to the right here, there's the West Maui Mountains. And go down a little further, so we're not in manned airspace. Getting in the negatives, see guys? Negative 200 feet. Probably need to go down further. Keep on going, stop. Okay. So you see the vicinity of this fire. There it is, all the brown. Turns into kind of a greenish brown. It should be going all the way up. Let's turn around. Now I'm going into the wind. Wow, is that all? That's a cloud, okay. So past, that's a cloud over there, I think, a shadow. But that's basically the vicinity of this one. Let's kind of do a circle. Yeah, and that's going back to the highway. So there's where this recent one burnt. Okay. Oh, getting a little bit of droppage here on the 4G. Break up. Might be doing a lot of things like switching. Who knows, switching 4G. Looks like we kind of lost connection here. Yeah, we completely lost connection. So what it'll do after 5 seconds is it will go into its failsafe. And it will try to haul butt back up to about 100 feet. See how it's going up? You can see the telemetry there on the left. So it's going to haul butt back up to 100 feet, and then it's going to start coming back. I think I have it set at 120, or as high as you went during the flight is where it'll go. I think I might have gone a little higher. There we go. See how we have 4G back? So we're back in business. So there was just a big drop out there. So I'm turning right on the right stick and going out of the return to home. That just cancels it. And I want to try this again. So we'll kind of go down again. Oh boy. And some garble on the iPad. We'll kind of go down again and we'll head towards Wailea Kihei area. And I want to show you guys the other fire that was down there, because we still got 91% power. So we are good. Okay. So you know what you also can do is, if you have the glimpse installed in your phone, which I do, if this thing sends you a text, and you can open the text in glimpse, and let me go ahead and start my recording on my screen recorder so you guys can kind of see this. Just give me a second while we fly. I'm getting quite a bit of garble on the 4G. Just give me just a sec. Okay, Free Flight Pro crashed. All right. That's the first time that actually happened on this iPad, I think, for this one. So it's probably going to try to return to home again. So, you know, these are just the things. Nope, it's still going out towards Wailea. Okay. Looks like it needed to do that. You know what I should have done? It's always a good idea to like reboot your devices just to clear everything. I should have done that before this flight. Anyway, we're going to head straight this way. And we're just going to keep gradually going down so we're not too high. Just gradually going down. Right about there. There we go. You can see how now I'm almost negative 500 feet. Slow turn to the right. Okay, looks like we got some dust kick up there, probably from some construction, or maybe that's the Amron or Hawaiian Cement plant area there. What I was going to do is just kind of record my screen really quick on my cell phone device so you guys can see what the glimpse looks like. So let me record this. And I'm going to go into glimpse. And I'm going to let you guys see my screen on my phone. Check this out, guys. So what this phone is now telling me is the position of the disco crossing Pulehu Road right now. Or the Night Fury, I should say. So we're crossing that. And it's also telling us the signal. Look at that. So 40% of 4G signal is at the plane. And this is all thanks to Soft Ice and the developers over at UAV Pal. They've just geniuses, man. It tells you your battery percentage of the plane, 91%, your voltage, and your latency, and if you have a direct connection through your cell network. See the D at the end there. And how fast you're going, 24 miles per hour. This is unbelievable. So we have all this telemetry data, not only data on the Free Flight Pro app on the iPad here, but we can go and look at this Glimpse app, and it's relaying this information through the modem, the 4G modem, of all this stuff. So you can see how the 4G here on Maui actually is not that good. So really just 20 to 40% is kind of what we're getting. I'll drop down a little bit farther. Okay, let's go over to this dust kind of picking up. I don't want to go too far to the right because that's the airport is over there in Kahului, on the north side of Kahului. But you can see down here, this is all fire, guys. Look at this. That's all scorched land. So some gnarly fires. And that's the other fire down there. You see the, not quite up against the mountain, but you see that over there, over where it's brown, it turns black. That's the other fire. That one was before this current fire we just crossed over. And that one burnt all the way this way and over to North Kihei, kind of where we're heading now. I do think the wind's picking up pretty hardcore, but I think this craft can kind of handle it. So we'll just stay at this altitude for a while, negative 540 feet. And anyway, I just wanted to show you that glimpse. I think I'm going to stop recording my phone. Yeah, we still only have like a 20%, 40% 4G signal now. So I haven't seen it go over 40. Maybe we'll just give it another second to see if it ever does go over that 40%. Still at 20. And you can see the track line of the entire flight and everything. That's pretty cool, huh? That information is really, really valuable information to have. Turn a little bit to the left here. There we go. Let's head right for that construction. Looks like they're probably grading or something. 40% 4G signal. Go down a bit. Wow, what's all this? This looks like freshly graded land here. See this red dirt down here? Okay. I think some other companies are going to be taking over some of the land that the sugarcane used to grow on and doing some other crops. Look at this. So this section burnt. You see all this? And then they just graded that little parcel out of it. So going down towards Malaya, or Malaya. However you say that one. I've lived here my whole life and I still don't know how to pronounce some of the words. Anyway, okay, I think that's enough recording on my phone. I want to save the battery, so I'll stop my phone recording. And just save the power, because this thing will fly for a very long time, remember? We want to save that power for the tether. Okay, going down a little more, you can see that right under us is some scorched land. Let's go down a bit. Looks like we've got another quarry here. Just making sure I'm recording. So wind, I can really feel the wind it seems like it's blowing at my back. You can see we're 42 feet per second. I'll just kind of fly over this area. Oop. A little bit of a 4G drop. This looks like, let's look at some of this mining equipment. This is probably a rock quarry where they mine rocks and gravel. So I'll just fly over this and then kind of turn right. See what's going on here. I thought I saw some dust, but I guess that's just probably from the wind. Man, I hope I can get back. Doesn't look like this is in operation. But I do see some trucks over there on the road. Maybe these guys are driving around. No? Those guys are parked. This actually might be the dump, close to the dump. There's the solid waste dump over here somewhere. I think that's where I flew last time on the maiden flight of this Night Fury. We went down to it's like a quarry and also a solid waste dump, a trash dump. So here we go, look at this. We are gonna go over the Hawaiian cement. We'll kind of go down a little bit so we can get a good view. Not too low, I don't want to hit any equipment, right? Some big, might be some big conveyor belts sticking up high and stuff. Pretty cool. I'm just going to glance at my phone in the, you guys aren't going to be able to see this, but I'll tell you, it's saying I have a 20% only 4G connection. So, we'll see if that refreshes anytime soon. It seems like it refreshes every 16 seconds. Yeah, still 20% connection. So here we go over Hawaiian cement, I guess this is. Let's see what's going on over here on this Saturday. This hot day in August. I don't see anything moving. Comment in the description below, guys, if you see anything any construction. It'd be good to like rewatch this when it's all said and done and see if we can see anything going on. Okay, I think what's happening now is we're going to be crossing the Punene industrial area. Is that what this is? We might be getting close to that. Well, there's a car going, so somebody's there working. Those surveillance. Look at all those cement trucks, man. Oof. Look at this guy. He doesn't even know we're here. Let's turn a little bit. Follow him for a second. Oh, too far. There we go. I'm all the way down, so I can't go any further down on my camera. Oh, we're going about the same speed. Look at this. Let's see how easy it is to follow a car like this. Oh, pretty darn easy, actually. Let's pitch up a little bit. He's actually going faster than me now. He's slowing down. Surveil. This is cool. Guys, I'm 7 miles away and I'm doing this because of this 4G mod. Okay, let's let him be. Pitch back up. He's going to go that way, I guess. I don't want to be going any further that way towards the airport. So turn this way. More with the wind now. Man, there's some long country roads out here in the wilderness. Doesn't this look like dry Australia or something? We've been having a drought for months, guys. Really, really bad drought. Look at this reservoir. It's got some water, though. Let's take a look at this while we're flying over. Let me see if I pull back on the left stick. You see we're going about 46 feet per second. I'm going to pull back. Wow, yeah, that dropped us. So if you need to go slower, you can pull back on your left stick, even if you're going with the wind, apparently. Big old reservoir. Okay, let's turn. Just kind of checking out this area here. I'm going to kind of do a slow circle. I don't think this is the Punene Industrial. I think this is just like, gosh, I don't know. I know that's a cement facility over there to the right, though. That might be like one of the prisons or National Guard or something. Whoa, radio tower. See that? Don't want to get close to that. Good thing I didn't go further down. So this stuff did get burned too here. Now this is all from the first fire. You see all this scorching? I'm gonna let off the stick and so we can go our normal speed now. So if you just let off the left stick, guys, this thing will just fly as fast as it needs to stay in the air. Even if you pull down on the left stick, it'll still keep its speed so it doesn't crash, which is really cool. We're at 90%, man. Look at we're still at, man, this is crazy. This is the 17,050 mAh battery in here. Remember, this is the Parrot Chuck, the amazing Parrot Chuck flight controller. That all-in-one has GPS, pitot tube for flight speed, all the sensors, ground sensor, a camera, 1080 camera that can do image electronic stabilization, all built in. And unfortunately, Parrot discontinued this plane and everything about this, so I think you can still buy the agriculture version, the ag version, but it's very expensive because it has a spectral camera, I believe. Crazy, crazy fire. Those West Maui Mountains are just so beautiful. This is the shadow of a cloud, I can tell. I wonder how hard the wind's blowing. It always really blows a lot harder here, but hopefully today it's not that bad. Go down a little bit lower. Don't want to hit a radio tower though, right? Okay, we're gonna fly through the shadow of this cloud. Tell you what we'll do, we'll go to Malaya. Underneath the shadow of a cloud, check this out. See if we can see any trees blowing. It looks pretty calm. Those trees blowing at all? I'm not seeing any excessive wind here, so that's good. That's good because it blows from right to left here. Okay? And that would be bad if it was blowing super duper hard, but it looks like it's very, very calm today. I'm going to look at my 4G signal on my phone. Excuse me, it just needs to refresh. I also need a drink. Starting to get parched. Still at only 20%, man. I haven't seen it go above 40. That's better. That run up the hill tired me out in this hot climate, even though it was only 100 yards away. So I don't think any of this burned. This is like the Malaya, I think that's the Malaya power station. I was getting close to it. This might have been from a fire last year, actually, this area. Wow, we're really doing good though. 87% power, negative 940 feet. It's like it kind of fluctuates a little bit. Maui Electric power station, I believe this is. Let's go fly over this. Hope it doesn't knock out my 4G signal or something. So the cool thing about this, guys, is it should auto switch just like your phone between cell stations. Wow. I guess, I don't know, I guess, are we going into the wind now? Might be going into the wind. Maybe it's blowing Konas. It's blowing from the west, who knows? So anyway, Maui Electric, and then another highway. You can see some cars over there. See if we get knocked out of our signal going over this power station with all of this EMF being given off. Look down in here. I wonder who else can see down in there. Probably nobody ever, right? Unless you work there. Wow. Surveillance. Unreal. Unbleepin' real, guys. 10.2 miles away. Going over the highway, going towards Malaya. Maybe we'll fly to Malaya Harbor. What do you think? We're at the coast. This is insane. I do think the wind's blowing from my left, actually. Maybe not from my right to my left. I'm going to tilt the camera down a bit and see if these trees are blowing. See, the picture I'm going to have up for the onboard is going to be clearer than what I'm seeing. I'm only seeing like a 480p picture on my iPad, which I'm going to put up there now so you can see this again. But as you can see, it's really hard to see from what I'm seeing if the trees are blowing or not. We just don't have that good of resolution. Again, I should say you can have a better resolution if you record in the lower 720p on the craft, and then what'll happen is your iPad resolution will end up being 720, but right now it's 480 because we're recording in 1080 on the craft. So, oh, looks like we might be getting maybe a little dropout. Just really want to get over here to this Malaya Harbor. This will be so cool if we can just get here, fly around there, This is over here, past here a little ways, guys. This is where I did my first drone fishing video. Remember with the Swell Pro? There's a beach over here on the Poly that me and my family pulled off on and tried to do a little bit of a fishing video. We didn't catch anything, but it was a good first practice. It was kind of cool. More of those to come. Check it out, guys. We're going just over the harbor. This is Malaya. Man, okay, so this is the spot where I'm parked right now to do this, because down in the park it's just a little bit of a dip and I don't get good cell phone coverage. If you guys have probably seen this place, maybe some of you guys have been here. It's the Maui Ocean Center. Let's fly directly over and look down in here. They have the shark pool, the shark reef pool, aquarium. It's basically an aquarium. Now they have that dome there, is this new 3D whale feature. See that white dome there on the right of the screen a little bit. Cool. There's the big tank with all the sharks in it, all those solar panels. They're going green. Then we have all these restaurants and stuff. Amazing. And there is the Malaya Harbor. This is so cool. I've never gone this far on Maui yet, guys, from Pukalani. So this is really amazing. Let's hit the camera down and check out the boats in here. Wow. Got to be just a couple 100 feet high. Wow, looks like the water's a little rough. Look at it kind of breaking over the breakers there. There's the Dobar office where I registered my boat. And there we go. Let's pick it up. Man, what a great connection. Woo! Boy, it's great down here. What's Glimp saying my 4G signal is? Come on. My phone's not turning on. Oh. Wonder if it's overheating or something. Must not be, because we're still having a connection. So I'm gonna fly this way, I guess, guys. Oop. Oh, don't lose connection, please. Oh, we lost connection. Oh, my phone just rebooted. Okay. Oh my God. Oh, this could be bad. Pretty dang awesome. I'm just kind of overlooking the park where I'm going to land, so as long as I can get some kind of connection and land it, we should be okay. But if I can't get a connection, it's going to do a circular landing, and then we're kind of really going to be screwed, because it might smash into the trees. What a great redundancy. So we have glimpse redundancy. And then if we do lose all power to the craft and it crashes, I also have one more redundancy. Remember, I have that track emo module on it, and that works through a 3G cell phone connection. So even if it went down, it's tracking its last location, and maybe it went down into like a gulch and there is no 3G signal, at least I could like trace it back to there. So I'm just going in and out of 4G and just trying to get this connection back. Man, something just must have happened, because I know that the plane still has 4G on the plane itself, because we can see this glimpse, right? But maybe my tethering just shut off. I'm just not able to get a 4G connection back. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna walk down to the park, get my hat cam back on, see if I can get this regular Wi-Fi connection again, okay guys, before it crash lands. Okay, so just walking back down to the park from my truck. Man, that was nice, and the AC in there. And it's just kind of searching for the signal again in the non 4G. There we go. Okay, we're back with a direct connection, guys. Awesome. We still have 76% power. That's amazing. After all that flying we did. There we go. Turn. Come on down. And landing. There we go. Nice. Okay. Not the best landing, but that was cool. Did you hear the propeller like turn backwards so it slowed way down? Okay, here it is, guys. Ooh, dust on the camera. Ooh, and there's some dirt in there too. Just gonna try to knock some of the dirt out. It just went right in this hole. And it looks like the camera kind of hit the dirt, but there are already a couple of scratches on both sides of the lens from when I hit the fence on that night flight landing. Well, not night flight, it was like evening, it got dark. And then I tried to do an auto landing, but I was kind of landing with a few mile per hour of wind at its rear. And I got it scratched there. I'm just kind of looking in the FPV and it looks clear. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it does look clear. But I would have had the 1080p video up, guys, on here inside the craft. And so you would have seen that. Let me just pop the cover off here. See if we have any damage. You see how this works? This is the Huawei 4G modem, OTG cable into the flight controller, the Parrot truck. There it is there, you can see that. And then over here, I have the Trackemo module. In case it totally crashes, that will give out the GPS signal and I can track it on my phone. 17,500 mAh battery. And what's our percentage? We still got 74% power after that super long flight, guys. We went over 10, 11 miles in one direction. We'll try this one to Lanai again. Remember how I did the Lanai flight with the regular disco? That was pretty awesome. With this Night Fury, since it can fly even longer, we're gonna go to Club Lanai. We're gonna go up the Lanai coast and there's this place called Shipwreck Beach. And we're gonna try to fly around the shipwreck there. I'm not sure how the 4G signal is gonna be, but we're gonna give it a try. Thanks so much for you guys for tuning in and watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it and had a fun time coming along and flying with me on this one. And again, thanks to UAV Pal and Justin White, who actually built this for me, and I'm sure he'd build for others if he can get the parts and you're willing to pay for him to build it for you. But just a fantastic airframe for this setup. As you can see, it's very sleek. Everything just works. You don't have to worry about the aileron flaps bending and stuff because they actually have real servos attached right here into the middle of the flap, and the frame is more rigid than the disco and larger, can fit more stuff in the cavity. Just a fantastic plane, really enjoying it. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next flight. Don't forget, all the links to this stuff and how to do it and everybody that built this plane are down there in the description, so check that out, support their stuff. I'll also have all the parts to this and where to buy all the parts if you're interested, and I will see you in the next flight. Thanks for watching.